going on, everybody? RB here, Philly Tick with RB. You know what to do. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe if you're new, ding the notification bell so you're instantly notified whenever I upload or go live. Today we are back, and it is Eagles bye week, so there's not much going on, not much to talk about. It is Sunday afternoon, and there's some games going on, so of course something to watch. But hey, the Eagles desperately need a bye week with how this team has been playing. Obviously, last week Carson played terrible. The way Doug Peterson was even holding himself at these press conferences really pissed me off. I'm glad we kind of just have a little bit of time here to just, digress, take a step back, look at the situation, and hopefully get healthy, because this Eagles team is banged up, and we got a lot of work to do going forward into the second half of the season. Overall, we have not lived up to expectations, but neither has anybody in this division. It's been a weird year, a lot of bad, but at the same time, we are still in first place and in line to potentially win this division, so we got to get up on it. Today, I want to talk about something that I read earlier this morning, and apparently, if you guys didn't hear, over this past week, Josh McCown, who was on the Eagles practice squad for like $10,000 a week or something like that, went and signed with the Houston Texans. He left the Eagles to go to the Texans active roster. Obviously, they've had that whole turmoil this season. Bill O'Brien's out. They're trying to create a new culture there. And they thought Josh McCown would end up being a solid piece for them. And, he lives in Texas, so it's kind of closer to where he resides. And his sons play high school football, I believe, and a bunch of stuff like that. So apparently Josh McCown, it was a tough decision for him to leave because he's built up a lot of chemistry and status with this Eagles team over the last year. But he did what he had to do. Maybe you'll even see the field a little bit as a backup. Who knows? But he was working virtually with the Eagles. And apparently, after Josh McCown ends up retiring, because he obviously came back out of retirement for this, but I think he's going to end up retiring in a year or two again and actually staying done. Apparently, the Eagles have interest in bringing him on as either a quarterback's coach or an offensive coordinator or something like that. And even though this guy doesn't have any coaching experience at the NFL level yet, we do know that, he was an integral part of last season down the stretch, getting Carson, in his flow, kind of helping him out, being that assistant. And I think McCown is a great leader. I think he's a great mentor. He coaches high school football. And, he has a little bit of experience in terms of instructing. But Josh McCown, the journeyman himself, going from, I think he's been with 12 different locker rooms now, a year here, a year here, a year there. The guy's been all over the place. He's been in a different bunch of, locker rooms and gone through the ups and downs of the season. He's worked with a bunch of different quarterbacks, and just any quarterback room that this guy is put into, you've heard is good things. Like, he makes the environment much better, and he's just smart. He's never the most athletic, never had the most talent, but he has a bunch of intellect. And a lot of NFL draft scouts and, higher executives and GMs, they expect Josh McCown within his first 5 years of coaching to end up becoming an NFL head coach, and I think the Eagles would be the perfect place to start. Like I said, he built up a great relationship with Carson Wentz. He got an idea of what Doug Peterson is trying to run with this offense, and at the end of the day, he ended up coming in that playoff game and almost led us to victory. He was on one leg essentially, but Josh McCown just understands what it takes to win. He understands how to develop a quarterback and an offense. And we all know the future is uncertain. In the Eagles locker room, in any locker room, you never know in the NFL. And at the end of the day, I think that Josh McCown's perfect way to start his coaching career would be in the place that he essentially got probably his last meaningful snaps. I know that him and Carson Wentz developed a great relationship, and he could come in here and try to revolutionize this offense, probably provide a spark. And I would really be enticed to see what he is able to do in terms of this team as a whole. And you never know where it could lead him for the next steps, maybe even here. You never even know. But this would probably be at least a year or two down the line. Keep your eyes open for it. Josh McCown, he loves the city of Philadelphia, loves the fans. And if you remember last season when we scored a touchdown down in the last couple games, Josh McCown was the guy, 40 years old, running it down the sideline and getting hyped with these guys. I love him as a personality. I think he's very high IQ type of guy, and I think he could come in here and have an impact. You guys let me know your thoughts down below. What would you think about Josh McCown potentially being the next quarterback's coach or next offensive coordinator in Philadelphia? The only other thing I wanted to discuss today is about the NFC East. Now, obviously, this division still stinks. Every team in it stinks, and the Eagles are somehow in first place, but the Giants and Washington are showing down. Pretty much just started a few minutes ago as I'm recording this. I don't know what's going to happen the rest of the season, but at the end of the day, I still want to win this division. I want to get our young guys experience, and you never know what could happen in any given day in the NFL. As for today, I think the Giants are probably going to sneak one out against Washington. The Giants have been playing pretty hard. They just had, a lot of bad luck, a lot of bad turns go their way. Dallas is going to get rampaged by the Steelers, so I can't wait for that. And the Eagles just sit back and might even extend our lead in first place. You never know. And we're going to get healthy. And I think this upcoming game this week, now that we're getting healthy, now that we have time to take a step back and look at it as a whole, I think we got to come out with our best game plan. I think we got to come out playing a team like the Giants we have already faced. And I think we got to put on our best show. There's no more time to mess around. We got to get in the groove. We got to get things right. Because if we keep having some performances like we've had, last week, even though we won, it wasn't impressive at all. If we keep playing like that, there's going to be a lot of noise here in Philadelphia, more than there's already been. That's all I got for today. Overall, I want to know from you guys, how do you feel about our chances moving into the second half of the season? What are your thoughts on the playoffs and everything else? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace.
Perfect.